Welcome to Akihabara. My name is Koiru. I will be your guide for today's bike taxi tour. I'd like to introduce the attraction of Akihabara through fine food restaurants in this town. While you enjoy the real view around you, image on the table screen in front of you and VR video. Before start the tour, let me share some rules of this tour. First, please stay at your seat for your safety. Second, you can take pictures during the tour. However, please don't take any pictures of passengers, as well as girls in mind customs handing out flying on the street directly. Third, please refrain from posting pictures on SNS if you can see the face of passengers and girls clearly on them. At one place during the song, you will get off the taxi and will wear a headset to enjoy some 360 degrees view video. Now let's start Akihabara tour. What image do you have of Akihabara? This town is well known to be an actual town or a mixture of subjects. However, Akihabara is also a gourmet town where a lot of fine food restaurants of wide variety are guessing. In 2000, Akihabara became a tour city which gathered attention from all over the world of a mixture of otaku culture of subculture. Famous for making of comedy, anime or anime films, and video games. Actually, there was Kanda vegetable and fruit market, the biggest vegetable and fruit market in Japan, in front of present JR Akihabara station from 1928 to 1989. Fresh vegetable and fruits from South Japan were on the market for about 60 years. Some restaurants loved by the market workers from at times still keep their business going to make the variety of restaurants in this town rich and more interesting. This town becomes 10 restaurants in Akihabara that carefully selected by an Akihabara enthusiast. First, the taxi has 4 side streets lined with small shops via JR Akihabara station. Well then, let me tell you briefly how Akihabara has come to be called a measure of otaku or a measure of subculture. Until 40 years ago, Akihabara was the leading town of home electric appliances in the world. Many electric appliance stores get and sold the latest model of television, refrigerator, air conditioner, and audio products, and many people came to the town to buy those products. Also, foreign people who came to Japan for sightseeing for business visit Akihabara to buy made-in-Japan brand goods of high quality and inexpensive. That made good suitors. Thus, Akihabara flourished more and more. Final. Present Akihabara, well known as a maker of otaku, was formed. By the way, those who loved and know well measure anime, video game, and PC are called otaku in Japan, and the phrase otaku collector often used for obsession. However, for children these days, manga, anime, video games do not mean subculture anymore but main culture, a part of their audience life. For them, Akihabara may be more special space because make of otaku in the future. You will see the letters ATRE1 ATRE1 on the building just in front of you. It is a station building opened in 2012. This improvised the image of Akihabara station. A lot of that female visitors feel comfortable. Events with animation are often held there. Step on here and you will realize that now you are in Akihabara. On the left hand side is the Akihabara Ryokaika, the most well-known landmark in Akihabara with big yellow sign. If you took a look at shops inside, you can tell what are now in Akihabara. This is the very birth of PC in Japan, where NEC sold the first microcomputer, came to name TK-80 in 1976. Present Ryokaika holds many pop computer shops representing Akihabara. Look at your right side. Inside of the building is parts market, the origin of Akihabara electric town. There is no other place in the world where electric parts and repair shops country like this. Everybody enjoys making things by hand. That contributed to the development of Japan. You see a lot of duty-free store building around the station. In front of you is Chiyo or Century Street. This is the main street of Akihabara with the very image of a maker of otaku. Some visitors come to Akihabara to just take pictures of the street and get satisfied. Now coming into view in traveling direction is Bansebashi Bridge over Kanda River. Beyond the bridge, can you see the red brick arch construction? That is the elevated railway of JR Chiyo line. Once there was Bansebashi station there, being a terminal station where passengers changed trains or trams. The station was always busy with many people. Now, Bansebashi Station was renamed as a shopping factory named Machu and opened it in 2013. The old red brick arch and stair addition to the factory were shops and cafes of a certain taste around your interested country. Look at in front of you. You can see ordinary white and a soft line. The elevator ride of the soft line was expensive from Ryokoku to Ochanomizu in 1932. Its height in the same levels with the three stores building, far higher than the Yamanote line, another elevated railway. People came all the way to have a look over them. There is a beautiful arch-shaped Hatagocho video nearby. You can see that later. Now, Onoden is on your left side. This is a duty-free store. Later you will enjoy ultra-direct expensive at this store. The taxi is going round the back street. In a short time, the first shop will be coming into view on your left side. Now let me introduce the first restaurant of Akihabara food lovers recommend. This is Torio Keisuke, a ramen noodle shop. Do you like lamb? Japanese ramen first introduced from China evolved in unique ways in Japan. Now ramen is loved and well known as one of representation craze in Japan by many people in the world. There are so many different tastes of ramen with different soup such as salt, soy sauce, and miso paste base, as well as different thick of noodles. Different ramen shops offer different ramen, and you will be attracted by the diversity and deep world of ramen. Among many ramen shops in Akihabara, this Torio Keisuke is very exclusive and offers the one and only ramen. The menu to boast about of this shop is a bowl of ramen topped with roasted chicken leg. The appearance of the menu is of black and sauce packed so you about the salt be excited. The creamy soup with rich chicken balls is so tasty. Now, on your right side is the elaborated review of the soup line. The reason why so many reviews with yellow was because Meiji government ordered as such in order to and the red brick arch in front of you. Those arch structure was built in more than 100 years ago. When the first Mansebashi station was built in 1912, or the Chuo line was expanded to Tokyo Station in 1990. Next, let me introduce the so-called idol culture in Akihabara. On the 7th floor of Paseo building with a red signboard up ahead of your right on the other side of the street, PARMS series is located. There you can see the performance of popular idol groups such as Kamen-joshi or Masco Girls. Speaking is idol group, the most famous one is Akihabara is AKB48. For the past dozen years or so, Akihabara in the town where not only actors but also idols are produced. The way interesting fans cheered up their idols with short and perfect became well known and popular. Otage as so fans are called idol otaku. So you will enjoy VR experience at Onoden, where we passed by Chiyo Street. Onoden is a duty-free store and Christian retail store. Onoden deals not only in products aimed at visitors from foreign countries but also from Japan. For example, Japanese tradition character Seker is on the first ground floor that introduced Japanese handwork of high quality. Not other shop collected no display many Japanese traditions card of high quality as well as wide round with at one stage like Onoden. I suppose now you feel hungry. Here, please enjoy VR video of 3 restaurants you will pass by later. With VR headset, you can enjoy 360 degrees image as you move your head and eyes in different directions. Please enjoy experience the virtual visit to the restaurants. It will be spectacular. was your VR expensive, and how did you like the 3 restaurants appeared in the VR review? I will give you more details expensive of each restaurant when you pass by them later. The taxi is going down to the back street. Girls in costume often and hold out of a flyer on the street. Please refrain from taking direct photos of them and avoid posting photos on SNS if you can see face of pictures of those girls clear. The next Akihabara food lovers recommendation is Akatsuka. What is your recognition of the appearance? It looks as if time stopped it here for decades, doesn't it? There is such a restaurant with a long history in Akihabara town. Akatsuka opened it in 1954 when Japanese people worked hard to rebuild the country after the Second World War. More than 60 years since then, Akatsuka has been loved by local people and watched the change of town. The wooden table and counter of the restaurant has warm esteem and reminds you of good old Japan. Popular menus include miso taste of chicken thighs and liver, cuisine of fresh fish in season from Toyo's first market. Don't you think it's the best choice to enjoy beautiful and sophisticated Japanese cuisine represent Japanese changing seasons with chic? Nowadays, the restaurant has more young ladies and foreign guests in addition to long-time regular guests and over workers of the neighborhood. Please feel the history of Akihabara and Japanese culture at Akatsuka. There is Kotobukiya, one of the top finger and plastic mold makers in Japan, or Super Potato, a well-known retro video game shop in and out of Japan. There are many interesting shops on the back street. The street in front of you is Kanda-myoji Street. Can you see a building across the road with country pink ribbon and heart-shaped object? That is the mark of At Home Cafe, a well-known and popular men's cafe in Akihabara. Welcomed by Mei-san. Welcomed by Mei-san, you enjoy the extraordinary world of forgetting your prudent life. Quite similar to Japanese tradition, Ozashiki asobi culture in which you are enjoyed by Maiko-san. The taxi takes Chuo Street, the main street in Akihabara, to get to the next restaurant. Self-map Akiba personal computer and the digital store on your left side has esports Studio Akihabara on the 7th floor. Do you know esports? Esports is an abbreviation of electrician sports and a form of competition using computer games or video games. Esports is not so much famous in Japan yet. However, its player population is more than 100 million in the world, and in some countries like USA, professional gamers are regarded to be professional sports players. On your left side is Jichun Store. Jichun is a game immersion brand Japanese PC marker mouse computer. PC market was electional a few years ago, but recently it is getting circulation again. One factory is heavy demand for PC with natural space for variation meeting, telework, or remote work under the coronavirus pandemic. This Jewel Street turns into a pedestrian pre-circle on every Sunday. Many people enjoy walking on the car-free street. In autumn, the leaves of red-side ginkgo trees turn bright yellow and look very beautiful. By the way, one of the reasons why ginkgo is often chosen as roadside tree is because it is strong against fire, as its trunk and leaves keep a lot of water. Those roadside ginkgo trees block strong sun of summer season, and above shrub, cover develop and improve the environment and more river put out from fire. Now let me introduce another Akihabara food lover's recommendation. The third one is Akihabara Nagomido, a cafe located on the basement floor of the building on the opposite corner. It played in the VR video. Are you on Instagram? Instagram is a free online photo shares application and a social network platform used by 1 billion people all over the world. This Akihabara Nagomido is Instant Cafe and being talked about a lot. The concept of the cafe is the taste of Taisho area from 1912 to 1926, when European cultivation was introduced into Japanese lifestyle. Old books and entrepreneurs create a nice space with nice clean taste, and anyone can't help taking pictures. Let me introduce the next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The fourth restaurant is Gyusha. It is on your right-hand side, the opposite side of the road. If you ask Japanese people which food do you like most, a cuisine always among the top is hamburger. Hamburger original came from overseas and evolved in unique ways in Japan. Just like ramen noodle, today hamburger is popular food and loved by people of a wide group. Hamburger in Japan is so soft that many foreign guests hold and eat just after having a bite. Popular good hamburger restaurant is in Akihabara. It is Gyusha. Hamburger made of 100% beef, including famous Wagyu, is very useful and has a direct and soft feel in the mouth. Take one bite, and the fate will speed through your mouth. Please make a choice among 5 different sauces, such as pepper or garlic. Let me introduce the next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The fifth restaurant is Bengalu. The previous restaurant Gyusha has a curry menu, and Bengalu is a curry special restaurant. Curry also came from overseas and evolved in unique ways in Japan, just like ramen noodle and hamburger. It is common in Japan to have curry with rice, and curry and rice is the regular menu of school lunch is elementary and usually high school, and many Japanese people love it since their childhood. Among many Korean special restaurants in Akihabara, Bigoin boasts the longest history. It opened in 1973. Since then, it has been loved by people in Akihabara for almost 50 years. The law said that some guests who used to come to Bengalu when they were young often visited the restaurant again with their family. The restaurant has a comfortable atmosphere that makes you feel at home, and young ladies often visit here to enjoy nice clean relaxing space. All curry menus are cooked here with special curry powder made by mixing various spices and herbs. Representative menu is filling beef curry with chunk of beef meat. It is fragrant soft and have some and bitter. You will never get tired of eating this curry. Besides that, popular menus include the beef curry topped with cheese and baked in an oven, vegetable curry with plenty of vegetables in season with more than 15 kinds. After enjoying special curry and rice, sweet cool less and simmer almost with the spot. Please try the special curry and rice with long history that you can enjoy only in Akihabara. Let's move on to next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The sixth shop I introduced is a mind cafe named Honey operated in their video. Maid Cafe represents a country in Akihabara, a mecca of otaku. It is one of so-called cosmopolitan place cafes, where waitresses in mind customers welcome the guests as their master or trainers and give them hospitality. Maid Cafe has enjoyed a high popular among not only Japanese but also foreign people since its birth in 2001 as a professional trustee. Contained in Akihabara. Honey is a very popular maid cafe with men and women. Even beginners who never been to any maid cafe would enter easy. Actually, there are various kinds of maid cafes of different aspects and services. Honey's good point is its friendliness, who welcome guests with hospitality and delicious handmade food. You can enjoy omelette rice, which might send some draws cute pictures using ketchups, or homemade cake baked at cafe every day for expensive price, almost the same with campus cafes. The cafe offers such wide variety of drink that a group of people choose honey instead of to enjoy drinking party, and a business person after work often stops by long. Honey will add something special to your menu in Akihabara with condiment, sun, and delicious menus. Let's move on to next shop of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The seventh shop I introduced is Testo Izakaya Traveling Late TGV, located on the fourth floor of the building on the left-hand side of you. This terminal also appears in VR video. It's said that there are about 2 million trains buses in Japan. Testo Izakaya Little TGV is a very unique travel with concept of Japan or railway. Menus are also unique. Everything has something to do with railway or train, such as drink of the colors of Shinkansen, bullet train, or the other steak with remind you bursting red hot coals and enter your palate as well as eyes. Clock in orange costume defend after train. Crew's uniform looks so cute. Train students as well as who want some knowledge about railway. Both children and railways have happy time in Testo Izakaya or railway area. Little TGV families with children often visit here on the weekends. Once you visit Little TGV, you may totally be fascinated by the world of railway. Let me introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation. The eighth restaurant is Pizzeria and Bar Noga. With its being introduced these years, hotels aiming at church have been built one after another. Noga Hotel on the left-hand side is also a new hotel built in 2020. A restaurant on the ground floor of the hotel is Pizzeria Bar Noga. This special restaurant consists of restaurant areas and club bar area, and its high-class exterior makes this place to be a chic shop and sofa institution. If you sat on the terrace on the upper floor, you would be able to enjoy a refreshing time for you. excretion feel away from the hustle and bustle of life. If you like, you can use the restaurant for big projects such as wedding after parties as well as farewell or welcome party. The party guests should be so surprised and impressed by the restaurant, as they will experience such a special stay in Akihabara. The back street is always busy with deep otaku and engineers coming and going, and lined with professional specialty shops which can meet their demands. On the weekends, books of bars and diversion are placed in front of each shop, and the streets are crowded by people finding bargain. It interesting of Akihabara is a town of hobby, interest, and technology. Next, I introduced in the nice shop of Akihabara food lovers recommendation. Kanda Tamagoken, a shop with yellow sign, located in the deep of a natural always on your right side. Represented menu in many restaurants in Japan is omelette rice, ketchup flavored chicken fried rice, and replete with thin omelette, or topped with omelette. Delicately coated and cut open on the rice is very popular from adults to children. Kanda Tamagoten is a shop spread in such chicken omelette rice. You can choose the sauce to pour on your omelette rice. Expensive popular sections are light taste tomato sauce cooked with white wine and rich demi-glazed sauce made from beef. Shinju style with red wine. If you choose half and half, you can enjoy two different sauces. Actually, homemade vegetable base served with omelette rice are talked about a lot by guests. They are tasty and you can take them as much as you can eat. That makes your meal well bland and united. The taxi heads for the final shop with Chuo Street. After coming back to Chio Street, the taxi by Don Quixote, a large discount chain store. On the 8th floor of this Don Quixote building is AKB48 Oze there. AKB48, a film brand and national idol, was born in Akihabara and owns the theater to perform. AKB stands for Akihabara. Now, AKB48 has become a big name and everybody knows it. However, its members' accreditation start from the small stage in Don Quixote building in Akihabara. Why don't you visit the stage to enjoy the members' stage and meet idols? The Don Quixote is located up on your left side. Now I remember another video that I meant you to actually say. It is Kandashio Festival. Have you ever visited Kandashio before? Kandashio is a Shinto shire with a long history as long as 10300 years and represents Shinto shire in Tokyo. Located in just 10 minutes walking distance from JR Akihabara Station. During the filtering, all roads in Akihabara became car-free and people in transportation constantly parade through the town short Mikoshi Portal special vision for Shinto deities. There is a Gundam cafe in the area called Crossfield, located in the traveling direction. Do you know the Gundam Mobile Suit Gundam? From 1928 to 1989, Kanda Vegetable and Fruit Market, the biggest one in Japan, was located around here. After the market moved, this area was rebuilt as an IT hub named Crossfield and opened it in 2006. This is a commemoration factory opened in 2019, which always reassures you with new direction and great buys. At the base, where you can seek through it over various kinds of shops, special in your hobby, a cafe and a hotel. The facility also include also there is Nikkei 540 includes Nippon Digital Store, where purchases of various parts of Japan are selected and introduced, and collection students, cafe and shops, all of them are enjoyed in bicycle of craftsmen. By the way, Akihabara also has an art center, 3331 Artist Chiyoda. From here, it is located in Front Ridge area. 3331 Artist Chiyoda was opened in 2010, based in the Junior High School, a former Chiyoda City Public Junior High School. Since then, it has served as both an art exhibit for anyone want to create and express, as well as relaxing space for the competition. Its programs various not only expression of competition art, architecture, design, bunch of expression and local history and contrast, but also events and workshops. Finally, I will introduce next Akihabara food lovers recommendation, the 10th shop. It's full food season. Do you remember that I told you at the beginning of the tour that there was the largest vegetable and fruit market, counter vegetable and fruit market from 1928 to 1989 in Akihabara? At that time, fresh vegetable and fruits gathered to Akihabara from throughout Japan. The shop where the items of the bazaar market still remains in its fluffy season. When the market was to move, a family ran the whole day's business opening the shop. We seem to keep the place where people can eat a lot of tasty fruits. Fruit season especially is very lecture fruit parfait. Only fruit special would be able to make this perfect, with more than 10 different kinds of fresh fruits of the season, carefully secreted arranged directive. Families and children, as well as meals, also get excited in front of this outrageous parfait. Another popular menu is a sandwich made homemade cross baked in the shop every morning. Set menu consists of the cross sandwich, small piece of fruit cut up, drink and a small side. Parfait is healthy and natural. Now I will finish introducing 10 nice restaurants of Akihabara food lovers' recommendation. Are there any shops you are interested in or you'd like to try? Then I will tell you the origin of the name of Akihabara. Tokyo frequently had fire since Edo period. Nothing had changed even in Meiji period, and there was a terrible fire in 1869. After the fire, the place around here was arranged to be a fire break. In the space, a Shinto shell was built and 3 dirtily who prevent fires with invasion from the important place and inside. However, people misunderstood that Akiba Daigoden, a famous teacher who prevents fires, was inside. So people called the shell Akiba-sama, and this area Akiba-goden no Haraba, or Akihabara, means the field of Akihabara the golden shell. Hara in Japanese means field or open space. This is the origin of the name Akihabara. The front left side of viewing is Yodobashi camera, multimedia Akiba. Now, the front left side of view is Yodobashi camera, multimedia Akiba. Yodobashi camera is a major Japanese retail chain, especially in electric PC cameras and photography equipment. And this is the second largest store in Japan after Umeda store in Osaka. My tour guide friends often say this building has a black hole because some of their guests have disappeared in this building and never come back again. The guests who first could come back alive would say they don't understand why they were late for the meeting time. There are so many good restaurants I'd like to introduce to you as good foods in Akihabara are very rich. I shall be happy if you could have covered the attraction of the town of Otaku that you didn't know. When you visit Akihabara for sightseeing, please enjoy its unique foods and restaurants. After the tour, we'd appreciate if you take a few minutes to fill out a questionnaire before leaving. Thank you very much for joining Akihabara Hybrid Experience Tour.